There are 3 modules in this course. We'll start by introducing the concepts of data center virtualization, including some common IT challenges faced by organizations. In Module 2, we take a journey through the vSphere 5.5 product line, showing the various components and features and how they can help resolve business and technical challenges. Finally, in Module 3, we wrap things up by helping you relate the products and features to the challenges they are intended to resolve. At the end of this course, you should be able to describe the need for data center virtualization, provide an overview of the features of vSphere 5.5, and define how VMware's products help solve business and technical challenges with regard to data center virtualization. This is Module 1, Introduction to Data Center Virtualization with VMware vSphere. In this module, we will define data center virtualization, provide examples of business and technical challenges, and finally, provide an overview of the vSphere product line. At the end of this module, you should be able to define and describe the need for data center virtualization and provide an overview of the challenges that vSphere is intended to resolve. What exactly is data center virtualization? From a technical perspective, it's the conversion of hardware devices into software resources. So let's put that into human terms. Think about your data center. You probably have a number of physical servers sitting in racks, alongside other networking and storage devices. You may have many different types of servers because each server has its own operating system, applications, and data. They all have something in common, though. They consume power. Unfortunately, that's not the only thing they have in common. Physical devices that use power also give off heat that we need to get rid of by cooling the data center. This too takes power, and power costs money. If we could figure out a means to break that cycle, we could save you money. Virtualization breaks that cycle. Now let's go back to the technical explanation. Virtualization converts hardware devices into software resources. That means that we can separate the server's operating system and applications from the underlying hardware by presenting virtual hardware that does the same job. The virtual hardware is actually just software running within something called a hypervisor. We'll talk more about hypervisors in Module 2, but for now, you can think of the hypervisor as a resource traffic cop. Its job is to provide each virtual machine with access to the underlying physical resources. This enables multiple virtual machines to share access to the same hardware without even being aware of each other. That leads us to one of the important advantages of virtualization: consolidation. Through virtualization, we can consolidate our servers into fewer pieces of hardware. By reducing the number of physical devices in the data center, we can save money on power and cooling, but we can also save money on capital expenses and management costs. Today, more than ever, IT departments around the world are being pressured to reduce their costs, while at the same time improving system availability and agility. This often poses some unique challenges for the organization, because cost reductions are usually at odds with these system-wide improvements. We have organized some of these challenges into 4 categories: availability, scalability, optimization, and management. Let's take a moment to explore some of these challenges from the perspective of both small businesses as well as large enterprises. To help put this into perspective, we'll look at these challenges through the eyes of 2 organizations. Though your organization may differ in size, you may find many similarities with respect to the challenges they are facing. Let's talk to one of the organizations now. Meet John from Sample Company 1. He is in charge of the IT operations for his organization and is going to share with us some of the challenges his organization is facing. Sample Company 1 is considering data center virtualization, but we need to help John figure out which products and features will help it the most. Let's see what Sample Company 1 has to say about its availability challenges. Drag the microphone to the image to hear about the challenges.
We need to minimize the downtime caused by hardware failures.
We have an application that must not be interrupted by hardware failures.
We need the ability to perform hardware maintenance during normal business hours, and we want to avoid taking down multiple servers simultaneously for patches.
Our server backups are difficult to test, and they don't give us the ability to easily restore an entire server.
We would like to replicate our servers to another site, but we need a hardware-independent solution.
Drag the microphone to the image to hear about the challenges.
We plan to purchase a new enterprise application that requires multiple dedicated servers, and it has the likelihood of expanding into many more servers in a short time frame. We need the ability to scale quickly.
We are interested in virtualization, but we don't have a shared storage infrastructure.
Drag the microphone to the image to hear about the challenges.
We'd like to know if we have performance-based bottlenecks, but our current hardware solution isn't able to provide that level of detail in its monitoring and reporting system.
We have several servers that have very large disk drives, but most of the space is empty. We would like to make use of this space more efficiently.
Drag the microphone to the image to hear about the challenges.
We have a number of physical servers that are running on hardware which is out of date and unsupported. We still need the servers, but we're concerned about reinstalling the applications on a new system.
I'm a one-person IT team, and I need a centralized and simple means to manage my environment.
Meet Dawn from Sample Company 2. The IT director for her organization, she is responsible for coordinating and managing the various facets of its information systems. Dawn has arranged for us to interview several members of her staff, including the systems, storage, and network administrators. Sample Company 2 is considering data center virtualization to help with its growth and management challenges, but we need to help the company determine which products and features will help the most. Let's see what Sample Company 2 has to say about its availability challenges. Drag the microphone to the image to hear about the challenges.
We have a very aggressive service level agreement for our servers.
We want to perform our hardware updates during the normal business hours, but we don't want to impact our applications.
We need to automate or greatly simplify the execution of our disaster recovery plan, and we would like a means to non-disruptively test the plan during normal business hours.
Drag the microphone to the image to hear about the challenges.
Many of our servers are so heavily packed with different applications that we need a cost-effective way to scale out to additional servers for better application isolation.
Occasionally, we need the ability to add more CPUs and memory to our servers without incurring downtime.
We have a number of branch offices that are interested in virtualization, but they don't have a shared storage infrastructure.
We plan to add virtual machines regularly over time. We need an automated system to track and correct hotspots on our ESXi hosts and storage arrays.
Drag the microphone to the image to hear about the challenges.
We need detailed performance reports and proactive notifications to help us identify trending and immediate performance problems.
We're not using our storage effectively or efficiently. Not all of our virtual machines require high-performance storage. We need an automatic way to map servers to their appropriate storage class.
We have a lot of servers that aren't very resource-intensive. We plan to consolidate them as virtual machines, but we're concerned about the impact on our performance if we over or under-provision the hosts.
Drag the microphone to the image to hear about the challenges.
Our data center is too full, and we must find a way to reduce our power and cooling requirements, or we'll never be able to upgrade again.
Our server environment is complex and decentralized. We need a central management solution that will help us to keep track of everything worldwide.
We are a publicly traded company and therefore subject to a number of regulatory bodies. We need a solution to help us monitor our environment for unexpected changes.
As we've just seen, there are a variety of challenges in the IT world, and VMware vSphere is uniquely positioned to help solve challenges in each of these areas. Here are some of the features of vSphere that you will learn about next. Again, in Module 2, we'll explore these features in more detail to see exactly how they solve our data center problems. Now that you have completed this module, you should be able to define and describe the need for data center virtualization and provide an overview of the challenges that vSphere is intended to resolve. Click Next to continue to Module 2.